or welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be bringing you along my art journey spanning over 9 years, as well as taking you on a little back tour of what each piece means. And I have this pile of books to begin with. First drawing is this cute tabby cat, and more cats. As you can see, there's a theme. Finally, I started learning how to use color. Next in this book is when I had my anime phase, or most of you have if you're drawing. This picture over here is when I was really into Lord of the Rings. And you can see I made a little map. Here's some pastel work that I did of a cow. This one was in 2015 of my hamster Porshki. I've had many hamsters. Here is Truffy, who's another hamster I had. Next there's this photo. It's supposed to be of Dan and Phil. And that was when I started getting into my British YouTuber phase. And they were actually doing a concert near where I lived. So I went to go see them, and they said that they offered signing and that you could give them gifts. So I was trying to practice drawing a gift for them. So I redrew the picture because I didn't like that one. This is the one that I ended up getting signed from them. The background are all quotes from some of their videos. This piece was one of the first pieces I did when I was starting to get into portraits more. And I'm pretty sure it was inspired from some kind of portrait on Pinterest I found. And I was working on how to shade and use dimension. As you can see, the neck is kind of weird, but I was trying. Here's some more random sketches. I think that's supposed to be Billie Eilish. Here's a dog I did at the beach with me and my nana. We were painting watercolors. Watercolor is such a hard medium. Here is Umbrella Academy fan art that I tried with watercolors that I did not like. Continuing on with my Umbrella Academy phase, I made this, and I used textile paint mixed with acrylics, so when you wash it, it doesn't come off. This is when I started drawing on jackets and shirts, and I think it's really fun as you get to wear your art around. Here's another one I made a few months later based on Stranger Things. And then this jacket is based on Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy, and I made it when it came out. And sadly, I didn't have any textile medium left, so I just used acrylic. I can never wash it, which is sad because it's white and it's dirty, so it's more just like a decoration now. I also have this piece, which is super fun to do. I totally want to try dyeing my hair more colors. And I also have this cow piece, which I really love. Cow in space, super cute. This one I did for Mother's Day. This is from a photo of me when I was younger. My mom doing my hair. This one I never finished because I didn't like it. No, I don't know why. It's not that bad. I think it could have been a lot better than the other Evan Peters drawing I tried to do. This is also when I got my first set of Prismacolors, and before that I was always using Crayola, so that was a lot easier to blend. Whoa! This is one of my first big projects, and it was the characters from Call Me By Your Name movie. I did Timothy's face first, and it's Ladders and Armies. I was working on how to make more dimension and how to blend again, because once I got like my white Prismacolor and then I would blend it out, but in the paper it was too smooth and there wasn't enough grit in it to hold more layers, so when I blended it, it just came like this waxy finish that I couldn't add any more color onto it. Here's another big piece, and as you can see, I started doing more large pieces because I found it easier to work on details in faces when there's so much paper that you have to fill. And this one was supposed to visualize social anxiety and how you can feel like you're just blending into a wall. This one I got some mixed media paper so I could do pencil and marker, and it's trying to put a perspective into people's struggles, how the man on this side doesn't have a home or any friends or food, and this guy doesn't have any hearts or, social media interaction. This one I like. There's mirrors in the eyes so you can see yourself. I tried to make like a hyper realistic photo, and that's why I did the face so large, but it didn't end up looking much more detailed than my previous ones. I do like the mirror concept. This one I also never finished because I just didn't like how it was going. The faces were not looking as I liked, but I do like the idea of the fire. I think if I revisited it, it could be cool. Next we have this ocean piece, which I don't have anymore because I sent it to this art competition. And you guys should be careful about what kind of competitions you're sending work to, because this particular one you had to mail it, which is kind of outdated because to take a picture and upload it is what a lot of international art competitions are doing. So I never got it back or any response from that competition. But that's the artwork. Next we have this picture, and it's supposed to show the harm and effect we're having on our oceans. And I wanted to use a creature that is part human, so hopefully it's easier to people to emphasize with the problems if they see someone part human. Next I'm going to play you an animation that I did. Basically, I drew out each scene and then put it together on film. And it took so long and kind of deterred me from animating much further, especially by hand. But it was really cool to see all the scenes come together and made me appreciate the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie a lot more. This one's a cute one. It was inspired by those videos of dogs that are just dressed up in human clothes and are eating and having a feast. I just thought it was really funny. Here's one when I first tried to do oil paint. It's supposed to be a person looking into the mirror and seeing himself as a monster and lacking self-confidence. Next we have this one. Can't really see it. And I wish I did more of the sky, but this is when I was learning to do more proportions and how to make a body instead of just doing faces. And they're a bit off, but I love the wing. They're my favorite. This one I got third place in International Space Competition, and I got some free supplies and a signature from an astronaut. This one is supposed to represent how even if it seems like you're both experiencing two really different circumstances, there's always ways we can connect and empathize with other people. Next we have this dog picture, and I just found the image on Unsplash and wanted to do something different than people. And I actually like doing animals a lot. I also started getting my work framed as I started to enter art shows. This one is showing how time affects us, as it's something I'm scared of. This one shows a little girl surrounded by Barbies, and it's supposed to represent my childhood not having many toys and Barbies that looked like me. Next we have this old man, and his lungs are made of flour, show the effects of substances. This next piece is one of my favorites, and I put it in an art show and actually sold on the first day, and there's a few more people that are also interested in the work after that got in contact with me. And it shows off my progress with realism, as you can see in the little pieces around it. Lastly, I have this piece that I'm currently working on, and I wanted to try moving away from portraits and trying new things. And I'm hoping to get this one turned into a puzzle when it's done. And it's very mystical, fairy-like, and I love mushrooms now. Anyway, those are most of my art pieces. And thanks so much for watching my art journey. And I hope wherever you are in your art journey, you're enjoying it. And each time you make a new piece, you're going to progress further. And I can't wait to see what kind of art I'll be making in 10 years from now. Yeah.